The Bible calls us to study to show us thyself approved by God, a workman that does not need to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. This principle applies to all areas of life, and this is what research is all about. According to Picardi and Masick, the purpose of conducting research is to explain a phenomenon or to understand a topic of interest. Research allows us to seek to know the truth by gathering credible, evidence-based data and information, by considering the points of view of others, and by learning new facts that can create awareness, understanding, and knowledge. For this project, I decided to research and study behaviors and the variables that foster emotionally and spiritually healthy work environments. This study will reveal variables such as worldviews, core values, beliefs, attitudes, ethics, motivation, and so on that can contribute to a healthy work environment that is positive and productive, and where team members feel satisfied and motivated to perform their jobs well. It can be quite difficult working under conditions that are full of negativity and distrust, where individuals feel intimidated, embarrassed, harassed, and even humiliated. Team members want to feel motivated, valued, respected, and given the opportunity for growth. Workers' job performance, retention rate, and commitment to a particular group may suffer if these individuals are not satisfied or do not enjoy their jobs because their needs are not being fulfilled and because of the hostility that may be present in the work environment. As such, this study focuses on organizational behavior and provides insights into the variables that contribute to a positive and healthy work environment. The central research question that guides this study is, what are the possible attitudes and behaviors that create a positive and healthy work environment? Some of the other questions that this study sought to answer were, why do people behave the way that they do? How does motivation influence an environment? Why are some leaders more inspiring, affirming, and encouraging, while others try to crush the spirits of their team members? What is the role of the leaders and followers in these organizations? And why do so few leaders encourage collaboration and knowledge sharing? My study investigated the types of organizational behavior that keeps employees satisfied and the values, attitudes, and motives of individuals that lead to a healthy work environment. This study compared and contrasted healthy organizations with toxic or dysfunctional organizations and considered the core values in establishing the ethical standards and criteria for evaluating, measuring, and sustaining the positive behaviors in both team members and leadership in these organizations. The methodology for this study is a mixed quasi-experimental using existing literature to draw from various researches. As indicated by Picardi and Masick, quasi-experimental utilizes other design features to account for lack of random assignment to study the impact of a cause and effect relationship. Chernick also notes, because quasi-experimental research designs can be more easily implemented in natural settings and can use existing data that don't require direct assessment of subjects, treatment and measurement artifacts can be minimized. This study also included a meta-analysis of existing research for data collection and qualitative case studies involving group dynamics to inform and validate the narrative, which will be the reporting protocol. So, how much do limitations cost you? Well, limitations refer to the study's weakness and flaws and can influence the result of a study. One of the main limitations of my studies was finding credible and trustworthy information. Because there is a wealth of information on the internet, it is often challenging to filter and sift through. This makes it difficult to determine what is truth. Another limitation involves the amount of time needed to gather and examine data in the time frame that was allotted for this assignment. Because of the limited time involved and the challenge of sifting through data, the research was conducted using a smaller sample size than I would have preferred. I do not believe that I had enough time to find ample data to complete a thorough study. However, although the sample size was small, I was still able to assess the information available and provide useful data about organizational behavior in emotionally and spiritually healthy work environments. Furthermore, it was somewhat difficult finding information that was relevant to my study. Much of the information was based on different aspects of organizational behavior. I hope to have found more information on cases related to specific variables such as worldviews that would have allowed a more comprehensive study. So, let's let the results speak for themselves. Throughout my research, a common pattern occurred. The study found that individuals in healthy and productive work environments felt valued and respected by their employers or superiors. On the whole, individuals were motivated by both intrinsic and extrinsic factors. In one study, based on the existing interviews and data from 20 participants, the researcher found that those who worked in positive work environments had feelings as being a part of a family, had supportive and trusting leadership, comment on having a sense of fulfillment in doing a job well done, had financial security, competitive salaries, and good benefits. They had room for growth and had a passion for helping others. These findings are not only based on intrinsic and extrinsic motivation factors, but also had a lot to do with leadership style and worldview. The findings in this study will reveal that the influence of leaders greatly impact behavior, and through social learning, workers observe and often emulate the behaviors of their superiors. The findings also confirm that ethics, beliefs, and values are an indication of our worldview and guides and directs our actions. For those adhering to a biblical worldview, the study found that these individuals had a sense that they were called to serve the cause of God and to treat others in a manner that is helpful, kind, and respectful so that they can be a blessing to others. These individuals commented that their actions should bring glory and honor to God. From my own personal subjective experience, I noticed that people and leaders who follow behavior standards as outlined by biblical principles such as looking out for the best interests of others, treating people with respect, being careful in the manner in which you speak to others, being honest, having integrity, and being a blessing to others help to contribute to a positive and healthy work environment. The Bible calls us to encourage one another and build each other up. Building a healthy work environment is one way to do just that. The results of this study will create awareness and increase understanding of the variables that play a critical role in contributing to an emotionally and spiritually healthy work environment. These variables are relevant in both secular and religious settings, for if they are not managed correctly, they can negatively or positively contribute to job satisfaction, retention, performance, and production. With the knowledge gained from this study, leaders can help to positively change and manage behaviors and attitudes, and strive to create an atmosphere that fosters positivity, keep team members engaged, motivated, and satisfied, builds relationships, promotes opportunities for growth, and builds loyalty and commitment to the team and or the organization. It is my hope that you will find this study helpful. My name is Donna Burgess, and I thank you for your attention.